from Stafford in the Brick-and-More. In Don's Ring and Pinion car, it's Austin Bissett.
The talented one sits behind the wheel of the Nichols College DP Motorsports number 28 from Tolland, Connecticut. It's David Arute.
A great story about this driver in the Pit Stopper program tonight. The driver of car number 36 in the Don's Home Improvement Machine, it's Norman Sears.
Contender for the point title from Charlton, Mass. The Nuntech Community College Hayes Racing Group, number 9, it is Andrew Hayes.
And then in car number 5, it is Chris Cook from Pepperell, Mass. in the 1A Auto and Sights and Signs car.
We remind you that the Valente Modified Racing Series drivers are in Napa Autograph Alley signing autographs as we speak. Off turn number 4, Cam is looking them over, double greens in the air, and we are racing double file down to turn 1.
A great escape by R.J. Serdell as he got the jump over Clement to take over the early lead. Paul Arute in a battle for second. He has to worry about the presence of Glenn Barkowski and also Dwayne Provost. He is excavating his way into the top 5.
Paul Arute has been getting closer and closer to that victory here at Stafford. He moves into the 3rd spot. Looks racy at the point as he continues to close up the gap on second. Challenge for the lead, Matt, off the turn. Here comes Clements. He's been strong in recent weeks as well.
And he had a pretty good run as he tries to gangbuster his way underneath Serdell. It was 3 wide a moment ago, and now Austin Bissett gets away from Bren and from Saunders. But there is some very frantic racing. Here comes Paul Arute, makes a bold move as he Tabascos his way underneath the 87 car to get into second.
The Supreme Industries of Torrington car looks strong as it moves into the runner-up spot. Here comes Provost. He's been a big dog in 2014. He sets in the 3rd spot. Austin Bissett looks racy, and never count out the Saunders twins. They are always a factor here at Stafford.
And now trying to move up, Norman Sears, as he is able to pierce his way into 6th place. So Sears is on a mission. Best battle, 2nd and 3rd. Provost making a bid as he tries to fireball his way underneath Paul Arute, and he is going to complete the move.
He does. It is Provost up to the 2nd spot. All of a sudden, the inside lane opens up, and Cliff Saunders quickly moves on to the podium in 3rd. Austin Bissett up to the 4th spot. Paul Arute's back in 5. Sears setting in the 6th spot. Here comes David Arute. He's a strong second-half player, usually as he comes on in the latter part of the events.
He is looking for a way to get underneath our point leader, Andrew Hayes, as he dive bombs his way down low. Not enough room that time. Big lead at the front for the 59 car of Brian Clement. Has never had a victory before at Stafford, but he has a healthy lead over Dwayne Provost.
He certainly does, and that lead is pretty much staying the same as they work their way back off turn number 4. Challenge is on for the 3rd spot. Austin Bissett rim rides to the bottom, orange and white car, as he moves into the 3rd position. Meanwhile, it is David Arute that gets crossed up and spins off from turn number 4. They rumble back to the line. Caution flag comes out as David Arute's car does not get fired back up. 6 laps are now complete in this 20-lap event. If you've just joined us, we welcome you to tonight's special presentation, including the Valente Modified Racing Series, a presentation of Napa, the blue and gold, where Napa know-how is more than a phrase.
Well, we'd like to thank Jeremy. Did a great job getting our scoreboard back and running. The only thing we don't have is the 4th place column working, but you get to see the top 3 and also the lap counter, which is up to 6 out of 20 laps. Now, in the Dare Stock standings, we just want to put the finishing touches on that. Frank Latois is still leading by 24 now over Johnny Walker. He caught up by 12 points as we go to our infield, and Connor Sullivan for this Flamingo Motorsports Report.
Here in the limited late models with Norm Sears taking home his first win in the season, which was big because he did not start off the year in that number 36 car. Kelsey Rattino did. Norm Sears found his way into that car after he crashed. Been a tough start to the race so far for him because they had carburetor problems in the first practice. They weren't able to get it fixed before the 2nd practice, so with no heats tonight, they were going out with some crossed fingers, but it's looking so far so good for Norm Sears.
Well, it looks like we're about ready to go back to green flag racing. Car number 66, the Wren machine, over aggression on the racetrack, being put to the rear of the field. 6 laps are up on the board. We mentioned before we had a problem with the scoreboard. We're able to get the laps to work in the top 3. So hats off to that gentleman for doing a great job of getting us back and operating. That'll make Linda smile over here as she's ready for this evening's presentation. Cam gives him the green, and we are racing.
And will Brian Clement be smiling on this double file restart? He gets to the corner ahead of Provost, but Dwayne Provost, he has too much muscle. They skyrocket their way off the turn and in orbit right now. And in the lead is Dwayne Provost.
Provost looked so strong going to the outside. Clements has to settle into second. Here comes Saunders, and who's the tail that wags the dog there? It is Bissett. Further back, Paul Aroot is just in front of the number 9 machine as he continues to thread the needle and work to the front of the field. That's our point leader, Andrew Hayes. Now Hayes is skillfully coming on strong. David Aroot has come from the back. He's marching to the front, but off turn number 4, it's still Provost, the star of the show.
A good move to get it a 6 by Hayes. Now on the inside, that's Albert Saunders as he tries to boogie whip his way underneath Aroot. He is able to do that. Now Barkowski comes into play, but opening up a pretty sizable lead is Dwayne Provost, leading by about the length of a stretch limousine over the 59 of Brian Clement.
Well, that is not the story in the battle for the 3rd spot. Austin Bissett now moves underneath Saunders. Saunders almost had the 3rd position back. Norm Sears is up to the top 5, and Andrew Hayes is setting in the 6th spot. While all that's been happening, here comes David Aroot. He's racing with Barkowski as he's trying to thread the needle and come back to the front. This time off turn number 4, half of the event is now history.
So Brian Clement is about to have his hands full because Austin Bissett looks pretty powerful in that number 64 car. Austin with 1 win. He did it on the night he graduated high school from Cheney Tech. And right now, he is starting to torment the back bumper of the Clement car.
No question, he is all over him as they continue to run nose to tail. They work their way to the line. Sears gets a little bit antsy as he continues to be pressured by the Andrew Hayes number 9 car. They're side by side and wheel to wheel. Give car number 9 the 5th spot. Look at the challenge for 2nd now.
A great move by Bissett as he is able to torpedo his way underneath the 59 car. Austin Bissett in 2nd. Now Clement has to worry about the presence of Cliff Saunders as Saunders, he will try to scalpel his way underneath the 59.
He certainly isn't about to give up. 12 laps up on the board. Andrew Hayes is coming on strong now as he continues to work his way to the front of the field. Sears is still directly behind him. Now breaking in the pack that follows. There is a good battle now shaping up between Paul Aroot, David Aroot, and it looks like the Wren machine is also coming back to the front of the field.
Boy, leading by about the length of the 5th fairway at Ellington Ridge is the 88 of Provost. We'll see if Bissett can make a race of it. He might need a caution. A great job for Clement. You look at the standings, you can't find him in the upper echelon, but the last few races he has really run hard, and he is at the top of his game right now, holding off the combination of Cliff Saunders and Andrew Hayes.
We talked to him earlier in the paddock. He says his confidence is up, and that has made all the difference in the world. The Sanders twins are also coming to the front of the field. Meanwhile, look at Norm Sears. He gets a little bit out of shape, and car number 04, Albert Saunders, is now worked his way around him to pick up yet another position here.
As Albert Saunders has made some great moves on the inside groove. He made one there to get by Sears. Now check out Andrew Hayes as he is gnawing away at the back bumper of that number 4 car of Saunders. He continues to tickle the back bumper and now has room on the inside.
Well, we're down to 16 circuits complete, 4 circuits to go, and Hayes has now moved into the 4th spot. 1 shy from moving on to the podium. Who stands in his way? Clements, who's currently setting in 3rd. 17 laps up on the board of 20 as they work their way back to turn number 2.
Now, if you look at the big picture, the season championship, this could be a very big 2-point situation between Clements and Provost. as Provost would like to pick up one more spot at least. Let's see when he is ready to make his move. Right now, trying to elbow his way underneath Clement.
It could be a costly move. They lean on each other just a bit. Side by side racing, they called it rim riding. In days of old, it is Hayes to move on to the podium. Who's going to be the tail that wags the dog? It's going to be a Saunders brother, or will it be Clements as they head down in turn 3?
Right now, Saunders is able to get his way into 4th. White flag is out. One more time around for Dwayne Provost as he is able to maneuver his way into the 2nd turn. Austin Bassett is quick, but Dwayne Provost right now is quicker as he is smelling a victory.
He certainly is. Final time through turn number 3. Provost is looking to secure a victory. Tonight here at Stafford, he will win the limited late models as he crosses the line. Austin Bassett will finish in 2nd. Andrew Hayes will finish in the 3rd spot. Cliff Saunders, good run for 4th. Albert Saunders will round out the top 5.
And at the wire, Norm Sears moves past Brian Clements to get 6th. Clement in 7th. Paul Aroot 8th. David Aroot 9th. Justin Bren will finish in 10th. Then it was Glenn Bartkowski in 11th. Chris Cook in 12th. R.J. Serdell will finish 13th. And in the battle for the season championship, unofficially, Dwayne Provost will pick up 4 points on Andrew Hayes. So heading into the final 4 weeks of the season, Andrew Hayes will still lead by just 16 points over Dwayne Provost.
We remind you we do it all over again for School Blitz, SK style, where you, if you show up in your youth organization shirt or any sports paraphernalia, you are a youngster, you'll be admitted absolutely free. It's happening next Friday night with fireworks in the air and the best of the NASCAR Wheelin' All-American Series. Coming up on Friday, September 12th, it continues with the Legends cars and the Wheelin' All-American Series. And Sunday, September 14th, Wild Thing Karts Championship Sunday here at the Stafford Motor Speedway. And the final Friday night event, it's the Friday Night Shootout, the best of 2014 on September 19th. Then it's Fall Final Weekend, September 26th and 29th. And don't forget, all of that and more. For more information, go to the web. But right now, our attention will be shifting down to Napa Victory Lane. Connor Sullivan is down there, and Dwayne Provost is having the season of his career. Let's go down to Napa Victory Lane and Connor Sullivan.
What a dominating performance by Dwayne Provost tonight. He ended the race behind the wall last week. They did some repairs to the car, came back, and he is back in Napa Victory Lane for the 4th time this season. Your winner in the limited late models, Dwayne Provost. Take a few poses for the photographers. Dwayne, you had a number of things to fix up on this car during the week, and boy, oh boy, did it pay off.
Yeah, it did. I mean, I was on vacation most of the week. I came back Wednesday night and actually found a lot more damage than I thought. Hustled, basically didn't get it ready for about an hour until ready to leave for the show. So it's great. And the best thing is that was on 4-week-old tires. So I got new tires coming next week. So look for me again, hopefully sometime in the next few weeks to get back up here.
Who would you like to thank for your 4th win of the season?
I want to thank Jolly Joe K for .com for supporting me. He catches me every Friday, and great thanks going out to him. My main primary sponsor, Gus Coelho, for all the support that he gets me. I saw he got into an accident earlier. I'll probably give him a hand getting that thing loaded. And of course, my family and my friends that helped me. My brother Derek, who's always there. And I also want to thank the Resting Souls motorcycle chapter that helped me out with some tires too as well.
All right, that's the story from our winner in the limited late models tonight, Dwayne Provost. And so we'll bring in our 2nd place runner, Austin Bassett. Austin, you had quite a few good battles out there. Talk about your night.
Yeah, the car was actually pretty good. It was really, really tight in practice, and my dad made the right decision to just do one little adjustment, and it worked out pretty good. I think I was catching up to Dwayne. I don't really know, but he had such a lead on me. I mean, with the amount of laps we have, I don't think it was he would have to mess up. But I got to thank my mom, my dad, my brother, and my girlfriend Sam for all the help. Brick and More, Mainline Heating, John and Jackman, Casey's Cafe, and Rad Out on the Machine, Don's Ring and Pinion, Napa Tolland, and I think that's it.
All right, that's the word from our second place finisher tonight, Austin Bassett, bringing our third place finisher and the points leader, Andrew Hayes. You had a heck of a battle in those closing laps out there.
Yeah, you know, we had a great car. We got hung up behind a couple slow ones. I mean, it's racing. That's all you can really do. But, you know, still have the points lead, finished third, coming off of a first last week. It feels great. I got to really thank all my sponsors in Nuntuck Community College, Local 3059, my stepdad, my mom, my dad. He's the guy who works on his car every week in the garage. He busts his butt. My friend Chris, my friend Keith, Mark, everyone who shows up here at the track every Friday to help us out.
All right, that's it from our third place finisher, Andrew Hayes. And that is it for the limited late models. Let's send it back to the tower.
This driver starts tonight with a 54-point lead in car number 77, Jeremy Sorrell in the Bills Repair Service car.
Triple D Racing brings us the 04 for Brandon Dion, the talent from Taunton, Mass.
Then Nick Silva in the 98, Carlos Gray in the 69, the Warhorse, Glenn Griswold in the 79, and Mike Christopher Jr. in car number 82.
The field is under green down the back straightaway. And out in front, it is Paul French, who's setting a blistering pace. Challenge is already on. Double wide racing. Doulard on the inside, but the muscle move is by Burnham. Car 54, where are you? It's on the outside, heading to the front.
And it's Doulard trying to pay him back, but he is not quick enough. Instead, DJ Burnham is going to attack the back bumper of the Wesley Prucker car as they scrape their way off the fourth corner. Prucker holding his own in car number 22 in the bid for second.
Meanwhile, Jay Goff's car is being brought down on pit road, fluid leaking from that race car. Heartbreaker there. Mendetto is coming to the front. Look at Nick Salva underneath Doulard. There's Sorrell. Hot spot seems to be at the bottom of the top 10. Change your mind, look up front. Here comes Burnham. He's looking racy to the inside of Prucker. Side-by-side racing for seconds.
And it is Burnham who is able to excavate his way underneath the 22 car or Prucker. The hole is still open. Let's see if Charlotte can get there. He has to worry about Nick Salva. Salva did it a few moments ago on the inside. Now he's trying to do it on the outside. And Joey Ferrino is trying to blockbuster his way underneath Kopczyk. They make contact heading into turn one.
There's no question about it. Steven Kopczyk is looking racy. All
Prucker
of a sudden,
around.
Prucker goes around, and Boujali sees nothing but the Prucker machine directly in front of him. And another tough night for Prucker after running so strong, and Boujali as they come together just to the right of the Napa Auto Care Center billboard in turn number 2.
Boy, he hit him right between the 2 and the 2.
He sure
and
did.
Rattled the cage of Wesley Prucker, who was off to a good start. Well, Mike Christopher started in the rear of the field. He has picked up a few spots. He is now running 13th in that two-seater. It's David Mastelers. So he is aboard that two-seater right now in this feature. And this is the premier race of the night for that two-seater because you are right in the middle of the action in an actual feature.
And
so
remember,
this is you can't get this at Six Flags or any amusement park in the nation.
You are totally right with that. And again, it isn't too late. You can book for one of the up-and-coming events and go for the ride of your life as well. Pit Stopper programs are on sale. There's some great coupons that are for discounts. What kind of discounts? How about a Big Bite hot dog at a special price? How about a free coffee? How about a deal on something, well, maybe that new car that you want to buy from Family Ford of Enfield? There's all kinds of great deals available, and the only place to get those coupons is in the Pit Stopper program. Besides all of that, you can vote for your favorite driver. In any of the divisions, it's coming down to the fall final when we announce the grand winners, And believe you me, this is an award that these competitors really look forward to because it's selected by you, the race fans. Not based on performance, based on the fact that you are a big supporter of your favorite driver here at Stafford.
Drivers like Woody Whitcat have won several most popular driver awards, and he says it never gets old. So we will, all you need a pit stopper program to get the ballot, and you can vote. And right now, it's getting summoned to the rear of the field will be Steven Kopchik in car number 31, as he was called for the rough riding against Wesley Trucker in the 22 car, which was also an incident very costly to Jeff Beaujolais in the 3 car, as he is yanked off the track. Joey Farino doing some inspired driving on the inside. He likes that inside groove, and he was trying to get by Doulard in the 16, and that battle will resume when we get ready to go racing again.
It sure will. And Matt, we should point out also that Nick Salva has also been included as one of the cars that has been sent to the rear of the field for over-aggression on the racetrack as well. But stay tuned. We're only 4 laps into this, and these drivers, they can get back to the front of the field. Lights are provided by Wheelan Engineering, first name in lights, sirens, and safety services used throughout the world. Wheelan, an American company and proud of it, with plants located in Connecticut and in New Hampshire. Wheelan, the sponsor of the Wheelan All-American Series and the NASCAR Wheelan Modified Tour. Back in the paddock area, the Valente Modified Racing Series is getting tuned up for their main event when John Spence will be joining us. But right now, it's time to go back to green, Matt. Looks like a picture-perfect start.
Especially for podium Paul French, as he looked like an arrow being shot out of a bow. Reestablishes himself out in the front, but he is going to get a battle from DJ Burnham. DJ has a boulevard down low. Let's see if he can cash in. And Jeremy Sorrell has moved up to the top 3.
Jeremy Sorrell is very talented, working his magic in the outside lane. Here comes Charlan. Mendetto is there, and Joey Farino, Mr. Inside. Heavy on the binders. That was brake smoke. Meanwhile, look a little further back. Doulard is in trouble. Salva, and look at Mike Christopher. First outing ever in an SK Light. He's running with the big dogs on the bottom of the racetrack as he comes off turn number 4, threading the needle, marching to the front.
Joey Farino has moved into 3rd, and now he is in attack mode against the back bumper of Bob Charland. Must be a big bullseye on that back bumper for Charland, because here comes Joey Farino looking for some elbow room on the bottom, and Charland is holding him off.
The farmer is out in front. Dave Burnham looking to plant his seed in victory lane if he can hold off, but the opposition is there. Look at Farino. Tap, tap, tap to the back bumper of the Shark. Sorrell waiting in the wings. Off turn number 4, Farino is almost there, and look at Nick Salva. He's coming from the back to the front. Up the hill goes Sorrell. Matt, he drops back to the 4th spot. Can he get a little run on it down in turn 3?
And Farino trying to get a run on the Shark. It is not happening yet. Nick Salva made a great power move against Steven Kopchik to move into 6th place. So he definitely has a rocket, and here comes Farino trying to barrel his way underneath the Shark, and he can't pull off the maneuver.
He tries, but trying just isn't good enough. This time when they come to the line, Tim Bennett gives him the cross flags. Half of the event is history. It's not over with yet. Side-by-side racing. Sorrell will shake off Farino to move back into 3rd. Short-lived. Here comes Joey Farino. Salva's come from the parking lot.
Trouble for Salva.
He gathers it back, mows a little lawn, keeps his foot in it, and comes right back out on the racetrack.
Farino and Sorrell side by side, frozen together like a pair of twin pops, and it is Sorrell on the outside who is going to get the advantage, but only temporarily. Farino gets it back. Charland trying to track down DJ Burnham, who has won in the limited late models. This would be his first SK Light win, and the whirlwind behind him is Joey Farino.
Joey Farino has found magic running the bottom of this racetrack like no other in this light division. Goes to the inside, going, gone. Joey Farino is up to second. The Shark, Charland, doesn't give up on the outside. Sorrell is there, Mendetto is there, and Burnham leads the parade.
So it'll be up to DJ to try to protect the bottom against Joey Farino, because that's his MO. That's where he likes to go. Almost in the inside lane. In third is Charland, and it's Sorrell, the point leader. Dylan Mendetto has had a great run in car number 29. Then Kopchak leads the next contingent of cars. But the question is, when will Joey Farino go for broke and try to move underneath DJ Burnham?
He is almost there, but close isn't good enough. Burnham strings it out just a bit. Charland isn't done yet. Sorrell is there, and Mendetto is there. Here comes Charland to try the outside, but Burnham will cross the stripe first. 15 laps of 20 now complete.
Top 5 cars could fit inside a sausage. Here is Burnham, feeling the heat, feeling the intensity from Joey Farino. Now they go into turn number 4. Farino with a little bit of a cavity. Let's see if he can move in. And Burnham just has too much authority coming off the corner.
You know, he has a yellow stripe on his bumper, but you wouldn't know it because he's holding off one of the veterans in this class, and that's Joey Farino. 16 laps now up on the board. Farino is right there in his back bumper. Burnham is clever enough to hold the car down, forcing Farino to run a different line than he's used to running. He's a bottom shot man.
And he tries one right now. The slingshot is loaded, and Burnham has an answer. He refuses to surrender that lead. Charland in a good position. So is Sorrell. And here comes Farino trying to make another effort, and once again he comes up empty.
It is the final circuits coming up with less than 2. They come off. All of a sudden, Mike Christopher goes around in turn number 4 just as the lead was about to change, and that is going to change the entire complexion of this event. Mike Christopher, who was running in the top 10 before he spun off turn number 4, gets it fired back up. 18 shows on the scoreboard, Matt, and I think we are going to see a classic open wheel SK Light finish with 18 laps up on the board. Let's go down to Tony Sutton. He's got one of our very happy riders in the 2-seater.
I'll tell you what, that is a big smile on your face. What did you think?
That was fun. Never gotten that fast before.
Neither is he. Do you realize it's the first time he's ever done this?
Oh, yeah.
No, Todd, he's been doing this for a couple of weeks for sure, and I know he's a good pilot, and man, you look like you were a good passenger. I'm glad you had a good time.
Thank you, thank you.
And like we've said before, the ride, if you'd like to get on the right seat, just sign up at the main office, and you get a chance for a thrill of a lifetime back upstairs.
You certainly do. We want to mention again that Bob Potter, a little bit under the weather, not in attendance here with us tonight. Todd Owen graciously decides to go out and give some people the opportunity to go in for the ride of their life, and a good representative for the sport, I might say, as well, man.
And guess what, Ben? We are getting ready for the 3 most exciting words in motorsports. Green, white, checker, to determine the winner of our 20-lap SK Light feature.
Here they come. Get ready. Ladies and gentlemen, they thunder back to the line. Tim Bennett gives them the evil eye. They head off turn number 4, Matt. What's it going to be? We're green and racing.
Farino on the outside, where he does not like to be, but he is doing a great job trying to blur his way around. Farino in the jet stream has taken over the lead.
A lot of giddy up off turn number 2. Farino out in front. Farino in trouble. Sideways. A mad scramble. Everybody is trying to get through. Nick Salva's stuck in the middle of all of this, and the caution flag comes out, and Bob Charland will take over the catbird seat. Joey Farino is definitely not a happy camper. You can see that, Matt, as he comes thundering off from pit road.
And he wants his spot back, but
boy.
I don't
Doesn't
think
work that way.
is going to happen.
That's right.
As Farino has gone back to where he was before that multi-car incident. Dylan Mendetto, it looked like he was able to avoid the brunt of that. He drove through the pit lane, and he is headed to be back out onto the track. Remember, in these SK Lights, once you go on pit road, you cannot come back out because these cars do not have crews if you stop there, but Menditto was able to make his way back out.
He sure was. Nick Salva is still back in this one. And another individual we haven't talked a lot about tonight, we usually do, is Brandon Dion. He's been in a couple of those jingles, no fault of his own, as the Burnham car goes back into the number 1 spot. The 87 pulls alongside. And believe you me, they are not talking about the Dow Jones Industrial. The only 4 caution cars considered in that altercation was the 98, the 04, the 16, and the 82. Therefore, they are the cars that were considered the cars that brought out the caution. So, a look at the scoreboard will tell the story.
So
Matt.
Farino will be able to start on the outside of DJ Burnham, and we will have an instant replay of that green-white checker. So if you thought the last one was exciting, we are ready for a rematch between Burnham and Farino. Bob Charland is there. Also is there. Almost was in the grave a couple of moments ago, but he has climbed out to be in 4th, and that is Dylan Menditto. So we are going down to the wire and beyond tonight in the SK Lights.
And guess what? The most famous words in motorsports?
Green,
White,
white, checker. And I think it's going to be even more exciting now. Joey Farino showed that he is pretty capable on that outside groove.
Certainly interesting, too, that car seems to run on rails on the bottom, but on that last restart, he took advantage of things in the outside lane, and now they're going to have to do it all over again. Charland thought he might have been the luckiest guy in the house tonight, but he's still in this dogfight. Sorrell is still there. Menditto is there. And we haven't talked much about the driver of car number 31. And that, of course, is Steven Kopsik, who started 9th. This is another talented young driver making his presence known, coming up through the field as well. The old warhorse has been hanging around at the bottom of the top 10, Glenn Griswold. Field being told to cross over.
For Bob Charland, who has had such a rough and unlucky season, he just wants to finish races. To finish on the podium would be an added bonus for him.
Sure would. Lights are off on the safety vehicle. They'll pass beneath the Napa Auto Care Center sign down the back straightaway. Place your bets now. 2 circuits, 1 mile left in the competition. Burnham has been a dominant car. Farino has been a factor. Charland has been there. Ladies and gentlemen, it's coming down to this. Off turn number 4. The green is out. And Joey Farino has a little more getty up that time to get in front of Burnham.
As he is able to blister his way into the lead, Dylan Menditto trying to claw his way underneath Bob Charland in a fight for 3rd. Couldn't complete the move, and he leaves himself vulnerable to Jeremy Sorrell, and Sorrell is able to catapult his way into the top 4.
Kopsik is coming to the front of the field, following Sorrell. White flag is out. The clock is ticking. Keep your eyes also on Mike Christopher, because guess what? He's now in the bottom of the top 10 and going forward as well. Off turn number 4 with a snap of the wrist. Black and whites are in the air, and Menditto has a problem. But it's Joey Farino to take down yet another victory. Let's take a look at the official finish and rundown. Joey Farino taking down the win. DJ Burnham to finish in 2nd. Bob Charland to finish in the 3rd spot. Jeremy Sorrell to finish in the 4th spot. Steven Kopsik to finish in 5th. Glenn Griswold for 6th. And if you don't think little Mikey Christopher isn't a chip off the old block, first outing ever, 7th place finish, car number 82. Matt?
Nick Salva survived for an 8th place finish. Paul French 9th. And Brandon Dion, coming off a win last week, will finish in 10th. Then it was Todd Doulard, 11th. Carlos Gray, 12th. Dylan Menditto, who wound up in John Deere country off of turn number 4, finishes 13th. Wesley Parker, 14th. Jeff Beaujolais, 15th, and Jay Goff, who had mechanical woes, only lasted for 2 laps. He finishes 16th. Joey Farino, for the 4th time this year, is able to get the win, and he really had to work for it. As we say many times, you're only as good as your last restart. Well, the restart told the story as Farino, very smooth, coming off of turn number 4, was able to get the jump on DJ Burnham. He had the better restart, and he was able to get the win.
He certainly was, and a good run for DJ Burnham to finish in the 2nd spot. And what about the Shark, Bob Charland? He is finally on the podium, and deservingly so, in our SK Lights here tonight. Well, Tony Sutton is down there in Napa Victory Lane. Tony, he's done it again, back on top of his game.
Waiting for the mayor to get out of his car. And one thing I just noticed, it was pointed out to me that the left front rim on the number 87 car is bent like you wouldn't believe. I can't imagine what kind of vibration he had in that car as he gets ready to get out. SK Lights, the winner, Joey Farino, out of the number 87 car. Checkered flag is in the air. That was a great race, but I want to point something out to you.
What's that?
Look at that.
Oh, I saw it.
You did.
I saw it and I felt it. And that last lap going into turn 3, the thing had such a vibration, I didn't think I was going to hold on to it. I mean, this car is just phenomenal. I mean, all my guys, you know, Paul French, every single day he spends time out in the garage tinkering on this car. You know, Gino, RH2 Radios, financially, without him, none of this would be possible. You know, Big Frank, you know, making sure every nut and bolt in the car is tight every week. You know, making sure the thing's safe for us to go out. You know, I got to thank Dean, Debbie, I got to thank John, Steve, Lenny, Greg, you know, all the guys that helped me out. Zappa, that's Steve.
You can make them all wear name tags.
Yeah, right?
You know, your performance in this division has been really, really terrific, and you're kind of one of the standards that these guys look up to. Is there anything else that you got stuffed in your back pocket as you go through the rest of the season? We're getting near the end, that you'll be able to pull out, because you've been just hammering it on this with this race car in this division.
I mean, chassis-wise, Paul's got a couple things figured out. I mean, I do what I can when I get in the car, you know, just try and go out there, be clean, have fun. You know, I mean, I got to congratulate DJ on having an awesome run tonight. I mean, we got into each other a little bit, but no harm, no foul. We're both here on the podium. You know, I got to thank everybody that helps me out. You know, Kurt D'Addario's Auto Service, Steven's Ductwork. You know, there's a couple of fans that help me out every week, and I mean, without them, I wouldn't be able to get it done. Donnie at Rad, Mike at CD, Dan Petrovsky. Yeah, no Enos from Shell Shock paints these beautiful helmets, and just, I mean, everybody else that helps out. It would be impossible without them. Pinto Manufacturing, M&S Products. It's just a good group of people getting together, having fun. You got to thank the Roots and all the fans for being here, supporting us.
Well, Joey, it's a great job tonight. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you very much.
Let's move over here and get a hold of second place. The Farmer has come to market in second spot. DJ, obviously you'd like to be right there, but what a good ride in that 54 car.
Yeah, kind of let one get away from us tonight. Really got to thank my dad, my mom, my grandma, my brother and Stosh. They really threw the book at this thing tonight. We changed 3 springs right before the feature. It wasn't half bad. They actually got it to turn a little bit there. Jerry and Emmy, my girlfriend Jackie, for helping out all week. I got to thank Ronnie Williams, Advice One, Randy's Trucking, Ricky from R&R, Mike from Magnus, Donnie Wood from Rad, and everybody that helps on this car.
DJ Burnham, great drive, podium finish. Congratulations. Mr. Charland on the podium in the number 1 car, and it's in one piece. What a wonderful, spectacular third place finish for you tonight.
Yeah, we're really happy, and the thing I got to say is that car, this team and driver belongs up here. We've been running in the back, and we've been getting hemmed up here and there, and all kinds of bad luck and crazy stuff happened, and we just can't get to the front and run. This is where we belong, and I want to thank all my guys who helped me out. Definitely couldn't do it without them. Shark Cycle, Polaris Arctic Cat, the store. I owe everything to the store, all my employees, and again, my team, my girlfriend Virginia. We owe it all to them to get here. Other than that, if it wasn't for them, I couldn't be here.
Well, we're glad you were here, Bob Charland. Great drive, third place. I know you'd like to be further up, but look, we got a couple more races. There's still time, dude.
Yeah, we're heading the right direction right now. That's the main thing, and we're happy with that.